you want? Seems like a simple question. What do you want? You'd be surprised how powerful I have found that question becomes when I am in my business working with entrepreneurs, executive directors, or leaders in the public sector. Yesterday I asked this question to a 25-year-old entrepreneur to see if we might work together. And he's in the middle of building an apparel company, clothing. He's faced with all sorts of challenges. You can imagine cash flow, warehousing, distribution, and how to focus on his best role in the company. Yet when I asked him the question, what do you want? He knew right away. He knew that he wanted this business to keep him connected to and part of a dynamic sport that an injury rejected him from the sport 6 years ago. And he wanted to stay deeply connected with that sport, and so the clothing line was the way that he could do that. He also knew that he wanted to live in a place where this sport is played regularly 12 months of the year, and not 2 as it is done here, given our prairie summers. He knew how much he wanted to earn, and when you run the numbers, his earning expectation is both modest and doable. Now, I work with executives 10, 15, 20, 25 years older than this fellow, and many of them can't answer the simple question, what do you want? And so I asked him, how do you know this at this stage of life? And he looked me square in the eye and he said, I spent 6 dark years working on the rigs up north because I was a very angry kid because of my injury. And I watched, as I was watching my colleagues that I used to beat in the corners, I used to see them eat my dust, now becoming champions across the country. And there I was, working the rigs up north, angry. And 2 years ago, that changed. And I came to Edmonton, got a different job, built some new relationships. And my company and my relationships now represent the light. And I'm constantly moving towards that light. I agreed to work with him on the spot. That kind of passion, that kind of clarity is rare. And I reflected last night that this passionate man had reminded me of the power of the question, what do I want? So my question to each of you is, what do you want of Rotary? What do you want to contribute to Rotary, to our committees, to our conferences, to our events? As we head into this Easter season, let us, each of us, use this time to reflect on what we want to do, what we want to contribute, and who we want to be in Rotary. I can share with you now, because I've been reflecting on this for the last night, that I want to leverage the worldwide talent of Rotarians to raise literacy levels around the world for those who are the poorest and most disadvantaged. I want to help Edmonton become an even greater place to live, grow, and prosper. And when it comes to who I want to be an enabler of projects, of communication, and of results. Who do you want to be in Rotary? What do you want? And what do you want from? And what do you want to contribute to Rotary? The answers to these questions will help us all to do our part to fulfill our mission of service above self. Have a fantastic Rotary week.